All right, guys, welcome back to San Joaquin Podcast. You guys are about to witness something amazing. We were invited on the Cannabis Talk 101 podcast. Shout out to King Louie, who got me connected with Joe Grande at Cannabis Talk 101. That's how we ended up getting connected with the Pop Brothers at Law and Blue, the main guy at Cannabis Talk 101. Since we did this podcast, folks, we've been talking and we've been working on creating a new radio/podcast show called Audit Talk 101. That's what you're looking at right now. I'm going to show you guys a clip from the very first podcast episode that we did at Cannabis Talk 101. I invited Jay Surreal Camera out of Florida and Wolfie Gladly out of Philly. I really think you guys are going to appreciate this. I'm also going to drop the link for the full video in the description, so make sure you guys watch the full video. You don't want to miss it. It's really good, and there's 3 parts to it. Part 1 and Part 2 is already out. Part 3 will be coming out soon, so make sure you guys subscribe to Cannabis Talk 101 so you guys don't miss it. Without further ado, check out this clip. Thank you guys all for the support you guys give me and all the channels I present to you guys. I really do appreciate you. All right, folks, here's your clip.
So let's start with you, Sam Joaquin. It's so funny because I get a call. Shout out to OG Louis the 13th. Good old Louis Lou.
OG Louis.
Louis Lou and you were hanging out, so you're probably picking up some product from him. Who knows, but we don't know for sure. The point is, I get a call from him saying, Joe, you got to meet this guy. You got to talk to this guy because he's doing amazing things online. The funny thing is Louis Lou don't sell wolf tickets. He doesn't do anything like that remotely. If he says something's good about something,
it's good.
He's solid. Like, you know what I mean? Off top, I was like, let's connect, give him my number, do whatever. As I mentioned you in our office, Blue yells out in the background, hold on, San Joaquin Valley Transparency?
Yeah, fuck with him.
What?
Yeah.
I know that dude. I know what I'm doing. I know what he's doing. So let's start with you, San Joaquin. How did you get started and why did you get started doing this?
Well, basically, man, a lot of it stems from cannabis as well. You know, when I was a kid, carrying cannabis in your pocket is very scary, you know, and it carried a bad stigma. Even as old as I am now, I still feel a little bit of like some fire in my pocket, like, oh shit, can they see it burning? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's still a little bit of element of fear there.
Oh yeah. What are they gonna do if they catch me? What are they gonna do if they pull it out? It's legal and I still feel nervous. Same thing here. It's in my car and I'm nervous. I got these cartridges. Oh no. What do you mean? You're not gonna go to jail for those? I mean,
They got one and shit.
Yeah, I got one. And I'm like, it's CBD. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm nervous. I feel you. My point is I understand what you're saying.
Right. And first of all, I seen a news segment on my television. I was like, wow, I live in the deadliest police force in the nation, and I figured I would go out and start recording myself. You know, I reached out to a couple channels. I started recording and I started my own channel. And after that, the element of fear just went away. Now when I see cops, I don't run away from them. I run towards them. I want to record them. I'm like Quick Draw McGraw, you know, when it's like my phone is like my gun. I'm out right away, and it takes practice, you know, to actually pull it out and not even think, could I get a shot or nothing like that. No,
scary. It's scary.
It is.
You know, I've been around police officers myself, and I'm like, damn, I should be filming this. And you know, I'm down to do it from like back in the cutty, but to get where you guys are like in there, like, hey, fool, shut up, yeah, shut up, you servant. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow. You know, and it's difficult because you know it's scary. So continue though. Yeah.
Right. So you know, just recording police, I got rid of that fear. And I think in reality, that's how people should be living without the fear of police. You know, if you're not doing anything wrong, if you're out there screwing up, then you know
you should be afraid. Yeah.
And on my channel, I try not to be political. I don't lean left. I don't lean right. I want to keep it simple and preserve the First Amendment, and that's it. It would amaze you to see that on my channel, a high percentage in the high 90s of the videos that we produce, and I'm out there asking questions. Cops don't know the First Amendment. How is that a sustainable system where the cops are not knowing the first law of the land and our kids are not being taught the Constitution or even the First Amendment in school? How is this a sustainable system? How can we keep going on like this?
Jay from Jay Surreal Camera, you're out in Florida.
Yes.
I mean, and let's just call it what it is. As I look at you, dog, you got the tattoos on the face, the arms, you got the look of, you know, a little street vibe going on. So it's not like you don't have facial tattoos and piercings even on your face, and you got a grilled out grill. So you filming the police, I'm going to roll the dice and say, is it maybe a little more risque for a cat? Like I would say, I would looking at you and judging a book by its cover going, fuck, are they coming at you? Hey man, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Where-
they
where-
always
where's
your idea. Exactly. You're on parole, aren't you? You know,
Yeah,
exactly.
they've asked me that. They always ask me that. They always look down on me. You can sense it when somebody's profiling you. Exactly, profiling. You can sense it, and they do that to me a lot.
I thought you said look down because you were short. I was like, yeah,
well, you know what? Yeah, well, you know,
There we go.
but
I still took advantage of the joke.
So I started filming in Miami. Thanks to my friend here, David. And
What do you mean, thanks to David? I'm curious on how that relationship came about.
I'm a tattoo artist, and then
Okay.
one day I was on YouTube and I saw videos of people talking, like, to the police, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. I didn't know you could talk to the police like this. I didn't know we had these rights. I come from a Latin background, so I was never taught my rights. So David was one of the first channels I saw, and then I reached out to him one day. I got pulled over. And basically, I filmed everything. So I ended up sending it to him. He was my first subscriber, and he's the one that gave me that push. So I thank him. And then we spoke on the phone, and he started teaching me my rights. He started telling me, look, you have the right to do this. You could do this. You could do that. And I found it very interesting because I really didn't know growing up I had all these rights. I was always getting harassed.
Isn't that funny? As us minorities, I felt the same way too.
When we grew
Even
up,
with
we
Mark
didn't
and
know.
Craig, with the script that they did, I kept arguing with them, going, "No, that doesn't work for us.
It's
That
different
doesn't
for
work."
you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
And I
And it
thought
is.
so, and it is. But like they say, which I give them so much credit for, is like, Joe, even if you get your ass whooped and blah blah blah, that could happen. But as long as you shut the fuck up and follow the script and plead the fifth, you got your best chances of getting away with everything and your best chances of suing them and all this good stuff.
Yeah.
So you're right. I had no idea about those either, dog. So
Me neither.
It was.
Yeah.
I agree. None of that. You could film the police.
Yeah.
Even I bet today you go down the street. I bet if we did that in the hood, what do you think? Can you film the police?
Look,
Hell no.
I mean, no. Well, back in the day, if you try that shit, they just beat your ass.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
and where I grew up at, like I don't, like a lot of people don't.
That's what
you
I
know,
mean.
you
That
don't
would happen
get
in
it.
a heartbeat.
So when you have this conversation, now it's a day and age where there are a lot more cameras. There's a lot more people with the eye on you. So and it never really was flipped on the workers that were there to protect us when we thought they were here to protect us, when really they were jamming us up in neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Like when we grew up, they jammed us up. There was no like, hey, step out of the car. It was like, get the fuck out of the car, and bam, up against the shit, and you were getting the whole program. Now I think they're a little more conscious of that, and I think it's finally rightfully so that they're that conscious, and you guys are doing this work out there. And I've heard you say it. I'm not here to I'm only here to make sure they're doing the right thing. I'm not here to make them bad people. I'm here to make them do the right thing.
Well,
Yeah.
they're like us. We're not anti-cop.
Yeah.
We're not anti-cop. We're anti-bad cop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We need
that-
policing. We need good
Absolutely.
policing.
Do people think that about
yeah.
you guys, Craig? Sometimes though, do people label you guys?
Yeah,
as
we
that?
get fucking police and shit like that, and we're really we're not about that. You can say what you want. I don't judge. I mean, there's a lot of bad fucking police, so
I'm sure. Jay, do you guys get that as well? And Dave, you
it's
guys?
justified.
Oh,
but-
no,
Dade County?
But
our platform isn't about
that's
that.
Miami-Dade. They're known as the most corrupt cops since the 80s.
Yeah.
So-
That's all.
Oh, where you at? That's where
That's where I'm at.
Oh, you're in the bad cop.
I'm in
when you
Miami.
said that, I'm like, I know exactly.
That's like, I mean, come